We're a UFC sports podcasting team full of middle-aged guys that don't know half of what we're talking about.
Woo! So we make up the rest.
Guns is here, the Wildcat's here, and Angelo's here. Johnny, the Lackawanna Legends in the background running the scenes.
Running the technical stuff.
Oh, shit.
So we're going to have a little fun tonight. We're going to talk about the Indy 500 a little bit, UFC 248.
Daytona 500.
Or Daytona 500.
Indy 500.
The Norwich 500.
Yeah, we've already moved in.
You know what I meant.
Tickets for sale for next year, 2021.
Talk about that a little bit. UFC 248 wrap up.
All
right.
248.
All right.
And we're going to talk a little bit about services available in upstate New York.
Services available.
Woo! The good kind.
An abrupt stop to the tunes.
Hey, this is an adult show, obviously, by the way.
Yes.
Pull up your little beeper.
We never know where we're going to go when Rhino's behind the wheel.
If your kid's watching, make sure you got your hand on the fucking volume.
Yeah, drill that thing.
Beep
Put your headphones on.
Fucking, you never fucking know what I'm going to swear.
That's it. Call the babysitter.
I'm going to check and see if we got the right naming on this.
Oh, we got it.
And
Angelo
so,
over here.
maybe you guys can share this baby.
Absolutely.
So, guys, as we're talking tonight, if you want to call in and ask a question, phone number 607-373-4328.
That's right.
Call in with any
charges may
question.
apply.
Preferably sports related.
Yeah, sports related. Fitness, cosmetics. Whatever you want to talk about.
We seem to be pretty. I had volume, man.
Yeah, we have some good sound. Yeah, you have trouble in your life, call us. We'll call someone for you.
You don't need Dr. Phil. We got fucking Johnny Camp over here. He'll disappoint.
We got it, yeah. If not, we'll call Joe Janung, somebody.
So, yeah, you forgot to run our sponsor.
Yeah, where's our sponsor?
I haven't forgot. We always thank our sponsor. Our one and only sponsor so
we're supposed
far.
to open with the sponsor.
Joseph Winter Janung, the local caretaker of the tourist attraction here in upstate New York, the Canasawakta Creek. It's a great fucking creek.
That's it.
It's a great place to
come
visit here in upstate New York, guys, if you're passing through Tree City, USA, Norwich, New York.
He's the keeper of the Red Mill Hill Bridge, isn't he?
That's it. Closed it down. He's like the old troll.
He closed it down, put a fucking pile of dirt.
Former keeper of the bridge.
There's trolls underneath
Once
that
they
bridge.
closed, there was just no need for a keeper anymore.
No keeper.
Well, people walk across.
That's when he took over the creek.
Oh.
That's it. Yep.
All right.
Creek keeper.
Creek keeper.
So tell me a little bit about the race, guys. What do you think of that accident?
Yeah, that was. Thank God for safety.
Yeah.
Amazing. He walked out of the hospital. I thought he was, when I saw it live.
You
talking about Daytona 500, right? Correct?
Yeah, but you thought that was worse than the when that dude. What was his fucking name? He crashed and went up in the fence and he lost his engine and went over the You know what I'm talking about? Though, right?
I couldn't tell you who.
You thought it was worse than that. That fucker got up.
Walked away. Well, it was that second impact there that
someone got hurt in the stands.
Shot him in the air.
I saw a clip of it. It looked like that car almost went right over the rail into the audience. It looked like that roll.
Yeah, he did a good.
Like,
he did a good. When he got nailed right in the driver's side.
The car bent when. And when I thought he was going to go up in flames, all the fuel draining out of it.
Did you see that? Yeah, it was all fucking pouring out, but
he
it was
slid a long way on the
fire
roof.
back here.
He
you don't think that was gas?
Slid in ninth.
That was coolant.
Slid in ninth
in the back of the car.
Thank God.
Randy Newman, Ryan Newman.
Yeah. Finished ninth.
Ninth?
Yeah.
Oh, all right. I thought it was 6.
Got some points.
Well, he was actually
points.
He was about to win. He was about 3 seconds away from winning the race, and he got bumped there. So that had to be an emotional
moment.
No
broken
at one
bones.
moment, the adrenaline's pumping. I'm about to win the race, and the biggest race of the year, and
no broken bones.
Yeah, next second catastrophe.
To wake up, though,
yeah.
didn't it?
Well, he was tired.
It was
They might have induced that.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Due to extreme whiplash.
It was like the
turn my headphones down just a little bit, Josh.
It was the second
too loud
closest finish to Daytona 500.
Yeah, I saw that too. Yeah.
Yes, it was second closest finish.
Yeah, Hamlin and all, winning it, taking it away, which he looked strong for most of the race, anyways.
What one? I don't know.
Hamlin.
This one.
Oh yeah, he's tangled up in the coffee table. Yeah, so thank God for safety and the measures they took, and
I mean, you saw at the end of the race, it was almost like everybody started to celebrate for a second, and then it was like, oh, maybe we shouldn't be celebrating.
He was going to get passed anyways.
Yeah, it was tough. Yeah,
he was going to get passed.
Hamlin
was right there on the right.
Still putting out the fire, and they're in the thing just.
Well, he didn't know because he said most of it happened behind him, so he didn't realize how the severity of it until someone told him. He just thought it was a wreck, like, okay, yeah, he wrecked, but so what, and then he realized,
Blaney thought he was gonna.
We're not sure. We gotta get the big curtains out and stuff to transport him.
Blaney thought he was gonna push him, but he pushed him all right out of the fucking way.
Yeah, he pushed.
I don't know. That was the third corner, right, or the fourth corner. He had plenty. That's where they come out.
It was just after the final turn, so it was coming into the straightaway.
You think that's going to lead to some tension for the rest of the season between those two drivers?
No, they're both drive Fords too. The one that hit the one that Blaney that hit him. They both run. I think are they Roush? Is that who they are?
Yeah.
I'd say no. I mean, so far, mainstream media doesn't seem to be keying on a story that one's mad at the other.
I think they're just so glad that the story is now is that he's out on his own.
Yeah.
He walked out of the hospital under his own.
Yeah, Blaney jumped right on and said he was trying to help bum draft him. You know what I mean? Which
happens, man. They're trying to make a move. I get it. It was pretty clean racing most of the race.
Well, that's restrictor plate racing right there.
Yeah, and it was pretty clean. Not a lot of big wrecks or anything like that. Couple little things happen here and there,
and there was actually
stupid weather
on that lap. They actually crashed.
Yeah, and they kept it green.
Yeah, they crashed before that. Two of them went into the grass.
There was another crash early in the race that they kept green because he crashed and kind of rode down into pit lane. So they're like, "Well, screw it.
Yes,
we'll just keep it green because there was no debris or whatever." But other than that, it was kind of uneventful. Other than that, last corner. I was kind of disappointed too because it was rain.
They red flagged though at lap 10, right? They had a big crash there.
Yeah.
And it wasn't like a nasty whatever. There was just so many cars. There was debris messy, everywhere. Is what the deal was.
That was decent. That was a considerable.
And that was a Monday race because the day before, it got rained out. They got like 20-something laps in.
Yeah, a lot of fans were actually upset because
Trump came and did a parade.
Come a long way for that race, and
he did. They took the limo around that fucker.
Air Force One flew over the top.
It did.
The Beast. He drove the Beast around it. And then he did.
What was that? Air Force One drove over the race.
No, the Beast drove a lap.
The race.
The limo, the presidential limo, did a lap.
Yes.
And then he also had Air Force One do a flyover.
Oh wow!
Yeah,
and then he got on the radios and kind of gave a little pep talk to the racers.
Yeah.
So I don't know how much that cost. Not sure how much that cost us.
And then it rained.
Yeah. Then it rained.
Parade. So it rained on his fucking parade.
Someone will blame him for that.
That's what happened.
Always does.
Johnny, settle the fuck down.
That's it. Hey, no politics on this show.
We'll talk about your shit show in a little while.
There's a few things we don't talk about.
So we got that to look forward to. Yeah.
There's a few things we don't talk about on this show, and one of them is politics. That's right. The next show.
We do.
Not on this, because then it's.
We do on the next show.
All right, I'm going to move you guys.
The next show.
I'm going to move you over topic a little bit. We're going to go to UFC 240.
All right, yeah, let's bring this up.
It's not hard to get me excited about stuff. So Warner knew that, and he totally instigated it.
Talking about last week's Mang and Needs. Right? This last week's
there was a little political
show?
debate on the Mang and Needs show last week.
I caught
If you haven't caught the episode, you can catch it on the Sonic Garden YouTube channel. Same channel we're on tonight here in Sonic's Corner, guys. If you like what you hear so far, click like and share.
I tried to take new directions.
Comment below, call in.
Johnny was over here dropping stats like it was a fucking.
He was hot. So the UFC follow-up from last week, right?
UFC, by the way, guys, if you want to call in and ask a question on any topic, sports related, 607-373-4328.
I answer the phone.
So if anybody gets a chance to look up the Blochowitz knocks out Corey Anderson.
Yes, UFC 248
UFC.
Yes.
That was a freebie?
No, it wasn't 248.
Or 247.
ESPN Plus.
No, that was an ESPN Plus. That's right. It wasn't a pay-per-view.
And John Jones, same weight division. He was in the crowd, and he got called out because Corey Anderson's the one that's been saying for a while that he's got him. He's the guy that's going to take down John Jones.
Yeah, Corey Anderson has been lobbying.
I'm going to kill a guy in the
overlooked his whole career.
Knocked out bad in the first round.
Did.
Yep.
Yeah. Did you see that, Josh?
I did not. I don't have ESPN Plus.
I'm
not paying them anymore.
He was watching the Caleb Plant fight.
Dude.
Which I was also watching.
Dude, that
was the
motherfucker.
boxing
You can watch
fight.
those on YouTube now, like once they're out. Yeah.
Well, look, Blochowitz is now pretty much.
I went back and watched
his contention is that it's his turn. He says there's nobody else's turn. I'm up. I earned it.
He seems
my
like
time to fight Jones.
Well, if Reyes doesn't get the rematch, then who would be the next other alternative at this moment? If he's the next in line as far as rankings go and, earning his fight, then...
2-fight win streak.
It was pretty much determined before the fight that fight was a number one contender fight.
More than 2. But who did he just? No, the other guy that he just knocked out was another great one that they had him. He took down. Luke Rockhold.
Yep.
Yeah, he knocked out Luke Rockhold. Both first
and that was
round
the
knockouts.
one that he totally.
So Luke's back in retirement then?
Well, no, this was a while ago. This was like him
Blochowitz's
coming back
it
saying,
was his
I'm
last
coming
fight.
back, and
Yeah.
he got knocked out by the same guy that just knocked out Corey Anderson. And he's not I think he's only knocked out a few guys. He's only had like a few knockouts in his
But as far as if he's the next guy in line, then that would be the next fight unless Jones and Reyes are going to rematch. So I don't know. Is he going to slip in between that?
I think with all the controversy that John is and the way that Reyes is kind of like he's kind of not. I don't know. The way I hear him talk, it just sounds like he's just like I won the fight. And the more everybody's looking at it, they're saying there is a possibility for the 3-2. Whether it was 4-1.
I don't know. I think it's simple. If there's a little controversy, Blochowitz is he's the next man up. Blochowitz is the next man up.
Yeah, give it to that guy, and he can fight Reyes after.
Yeah, let Dominic Reyes and Thiago Santos fight. Winner of that fight gets the winner of the Blochowitz Jones.
Yeah, I like it.
It might not be a rematch. Blochowitz could win. So but we hope not. Of course.
Well, then in that case,
love John Jones in the 607.
If Blochowitz wins,
never want him to
probably
lose.
has an automatic rematch clause, I would assume.
True.
Oh, right, exactly.
True.
Definitely. You got to beat the champ twice.
Yeah, well, especially the longest reigning champ in UFC history.
Same thing, knock him out. Yeah. Maybe. I don't know if I got it. I think everyone looks good until they fight John Jones. That's the problem. And somehow, some way, I know that the last one was close, but I mean, other than that.
He looked pretty good, though.
Yeah, somehow, some way, he always finds a way
to. Jones did too, though, man.
And look, I want to point something out about John Jones. Everybody that he's fought a second time, they got knocked the fuck out.
Yeah, that was the other thing I'm saying, because he's good enough going into it not knowing exactly what he's up against. So then once he knows what he's up against.
By the 5th round, he has you figured out pretty goddamn well.
Right. So then you give him another fresh start.
He's starting in the 6th round when he reaches
6 months later.
Time.
What's her name that just won? That girl,
Shevchenko.
She's fighting right away.
Yeah,
she's
UFC 251, I think.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
It's in the works anyway.
They need more publicity.
It looks like that McGregor is gonna fight Justin
Gaethje.
Perfect. Yeah. That's what I like.
All right, let's line that shit up. Let's get some officials.
I feel that's a fair
some official
test.
dates out there.
And if Khabib wins his fight and Conor wins his fight, then I feel a fight is justified.
Yeah, and Gaethje deserves a chance.
Gaethje just beat Cowboy, not quite as quick, but I think it was a first round, wasn't it?
Did Gaethje have a loss just recently though too? I think he just got.
Oh no,
no, he hasn't.
What? Didn't he lose to Adesanya?
Yeah, I think he lost. Fights ago? Yeah, I think he lost about 2 fights ago.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
But it still looks good otherwise. I mean, he's got some hands on him, even though he's a collegiate level
they're
wrestler.
They're fighting the same. They're not in the same weight. They're not fighting in the same weight class.
Gaethje's somewhere
gone up and down in there.
Yeah, he says he's one of those guys like 155 to 170. I'm there. Like I'm ready or whatever.
But didn't we determine that Adesanya is fighting at 185 or something?
Yoel Romero.
Yeah, and Yoel.
Yep. That's coming up.
Costa.
That's March,
that
right?
guy's a lot of fun to watch. I like him.
That will
He's
be UFC
monster.
248, March 7th.
We'll do a pre-show on that as well. We'll keep following up on the way to that, leading up to that fight.
Middleweight title bout, Adesanya and Yoel Romero.
Thanks for confirming.
So 185.
All right. No news on Gaethje yet, though, right? Other than that, other what we're speculating now.
Yeah, I'm actually want to look that up right now.
Yeah, while we were talking, just if you can try to fact check that'd be awesome. I'd like to see if there's any updates on how close we are to signing something.
I saw something today that said that it looked like it was firm. I didn't.
That's awesome. Yeah,
if we could, but it did look firm.
Because I did. You're first to break it to me, which is great.
Right. See, I can't find it. I don't see.
No, that's cool. I'm not denying it by any means. I didn't mean it that way. I just wanted to see if we could get it.
Let me see if I can find what I was looking at. Go ahead.
But this weekend, anyways, we got moving on just temporarily. We'll go to the Tyson Fury fight.
But I hope that's true. Up. Yeah, let's move on to that.
The Deontay Wilder Tyson Fury fight this weekend, February 22nd. That's going to be a good fight. That's the rematch there for the heavyweight title in boxing. And last time it ended in a draw.
Nothing both fighters undefeated actually in their career, so looking to serve each other their first loss, and it ended in a draw. Little bit of controversy. A lot of people say Fury won more rounds. There was a knockdown in round 12 though. Wilder knocked him down, and he got up at 9.5.
Yeah, and it did good the rest of the round too.
Yeah,
but if he didn't get knocked down that round, he would have
like he was out cold. He literally was on his back, and all of a sudden he just was like
he was waiting.
The powers that be woke.
It was like
up.
watching The Undertaker, man.
like someone just hit him with smelling
sit up and stand up like nothing happened to him.
Yeah. Like a flash knockout.
Yeah,
but thank God he did, because that's what makes this fight happen.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
If he would just got knocked out, then I don't think the rematch would even be so much as a conversation or even happening right now.
Oh.
Because I think Deontay would just keep moving forward. But Deontay feels like there's an unfinished business, is what he always says. So we'll see.
Dude, these are two big beasts, dude. 6'10" for Fury, 6'7" for Wilder.
Yeah,
I mean, that is like watching two centers in the NBA.
You don't get bigger for boxing. I mean, they're giants, and the thing is, they're both heavyweight champions of the world.
Yeah. So is this? Is there like 5 titles on the line in this?
I don't know how many that Wilder has. I think he's got 3.
I'm looking at the WBC, the Ring, and the lineal titles.
The lineal title is what Tyson Fury
I'm assuming
has.
lineal titles meaning plural, so there's 2 of those, right?
Possibly, yeah. The Tyson Fury is the lineal champion because he beat the guy who beat the guy who beat the guy, and
he beat the guy who beat the guy.
That's how it works.
Yeah,
he's lineally attached to the chain of events where Wilder got his somehow. I'm not saying in an unjust way, but.
No, he kicked ass to get his.
Yeah, but there was there's a gap in the lineage there.
Right.
I can't explain.
Well, the dude won the title, had it for a hot minute.
Yeah.
And Wilder came in and knocked him the fuck out, like he does a lot of them.
Yeah, and then you got and then we have Anthony Joshua still has the other title there with Andy Ruiz, who just lost that rematch. So there's still another title out there, but the thing is, Deontay is considered the undisputed champion for the most part because he has more belts than everyone else. So.
Oh, he's a bad motherfucker.
Oh man, and the thing is, he started late in boxing.
Right.
Way late. And that's the other advantage I think he has that a lot of people have. He hasn't suffered the damage a lot of other boxers have coming up in their career because he's. And in a lot of his fights he hasn't taken a lot of damage. Yeah, he got banged up a little bit in the Fury fight.
Did he go down in one of them other fights or whatever just for a second? Or maybe not. I thought maybe he went down and then he came out and kicked the guy's fucking ass.
It's possible. I don't know.
Other than that, I don't think he's been fucking hit to the ground.
No, I mean, he's never suffered any major damage.
He rematched that, what was his name? He was a big old guy, too. He had a weird nickname. He beat him the first fight, and then they rematched again. Well, this is Wilder I'm talking about, and then he fucking kicked the guy's ass though when he rematched.
Not the King Kong guy.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, put him to sleep, dude. He had laid on the ground like, what the heck happened to me? Yeah.
And that guy was a pretty badass boxer at the time when they
Cuban
fought.
or something like that. Olympic. He does a lot of stuff for his hometown. He was like one of them local heroes in his home country and stuff. Yeah, I can't believe that. My mind is.
But Wilder wasn't who he is now then when he fought him the first time at least. And
and the second time he just did.
Yeah, destroyed him.
No, it wasn't even
Put
close.
him to bed. Night, motherfucker.
Well, that's the other thing that they're talking about is like Wilder keeps saying too is that, the last couple fights since him and Fury fought, he's dominated. And Fury is kind of gotten through the fights, got cut real bad on another one, but he wasn't,
dude. And he was out there taking punches in that. Cut.
He wasn't dominating his performances.
But he was like, dude, that was a hell of a cut too, and he was just
Bad
getting
cut.
fucking laced in
Thank
that
God
cut.
they didn't stop it because he risked his rematch altogether.
Yeah,
right there.
he was taking licks in that cut, and then he fucking put that guy.
No, that was crazy, man. That was a crazy fight, and like I said, that was a close one to get stopped just on the medical.
Yeah.
Just the cut alone. So
throw a little Vaseline.
So I think it's a great fight coming up. That's my
throw some Vaseline in there and hope she don't bleed out.
No, I know some Aberdeen. Yep.
Fuck.
I don't know. The buzz out there seems to point to an epic fight, so we will see.
Yeah, I bet you Deontay's gonna win, but I'm rooting for Tyson Fury.
They're hoping for 2 rounds. They keep
I don't think he's gonna knock out Wilder.
No,
he's gonna have to box his way to victory or beat him over time, and then maybe like knock him down once or twice in the fight the other way to really outweigh the rounds. But I don't know if Fury's got that kind of power.
I got Wilder in there.
I know he's trying and he's training for it.
Right.
But I don't know. He's got Sugar Hill, I believe, in his corner now, training him.
Well, what's your pick? If you got to pick a winner right now,
I've got Wilder.
I got Deontay in 3.
Anch.
Wilder.
All right.
John.
I got Fury. I'm taking Fury.
John says draw.
I'm taking Fury, and it's going. I'm taking Fury, and it's going the distance.
Should we do a little pool? Are we going to cover that? I mean, what's the we got to see what the story is on that.
John, they're going to knock each other out at the same time.
I'm going to say Fury in 12.
Stranger shit could happen in
Tyson style or Rocky style.
Yeah.
Oh, they're going to be throwing some
Rocky
bombs.
3 was on last night.
Yeah. Dude, Rockies have got up there now, if you include those Creeds.
Yeah, right. The Creeds, there's 2 or 3.
Haven't seen them particular movies.
They're all right.
I mean, I saw Rocky.
I mean,
1.
it just continues. Rocky becomes Mickey.
Yeah.
And that's where we're at now.
I mean, it was terrible then. I don't know how it could get. Who plays that? That Jordan
it's terrible-er.
kid? Is that Jordan kid the guy that plays?
Michael B. Jordan?
Yeah.
He's a stud, though, man.
Is he?
Yeah. He ain't a real fighter. But
he's Apollo's son, supposedly.
Yeah,
Ivan Drago's son came back.
Ivan Drago's son comes back and
I will break you
with Ivan Drago.
Yeah.
And the wife too is there.
If he dies,
so Stallone's
he dies.
ex-wife that married Clock, fucking our buddy from Public Enemy.
Oh, Flavor Flav?
Flavor Flav, yeah.
No, it's just that.
Oh.
Remember, she married him. She ended up marrying him, and they were both
all right.
like crackheads. They had that reality show. Yeah.
Bridget Nielsen.
That show was great, man.
So then
she called him something as like her.
Yeah, what was that MTV show? They did.
That's what it was.
Yes.
It was so
funny.
funny.
Hell yeah, it was. Flavor of Love.
There you go.
Flavor of Love.
Johnny Camp don't fuck around. Well, you knew the name of it, motherfucker.
He DVRs it. He binge watches it.
Yes, he does. You
So
know
for
damn
the
well.
in
Thank
this
God
Creed,
for Hulu.
So Creed 2's got Ivan Drago in it. Dolph Lundgren, who's actually like a really
bad motherfucker.
Well, Andy's got like
Legit.
a PhD or some shit.
he's
Like
smart.
he's a smart dude. But yeah, so
Putin's
the woman
bodyguard.
Bridget Nielsen that played his wife, she's in it. The like the same coat, like all. It's just funny, man. It's a.
Yeah, I watched it on the
Well,
plane.
they like kind of redo. Yeah.
Months ago, I watched it fly in the
It
Florida.
wasn't bad, man. It was good.
Huh.
I'm one of those people like growing up, I didn't like the Rocky movies as much
because you're a real boxer, and it's
it's like when you're probably watching some
and it's so
musical-
ridiculous.
when you're
like,
watching
with
a
the
movie with a
fights.
music scene in it or something. You're like, dude, they're not really playing.
Right,
It's like-
or the way the boxing match go, and you're like,
Yeah.
dude, nobody can take that many shots.
Well, in
what
a
a
real
terrible
fight-
fighter! He's got his hands down.
How
like-
many times in a real fight have you seen a guy fall down that many times, take a beating, and they don't stop the fight?
Right.
That too,
Normally,
yeah.
3 times in a
Three times
round.
I can say you can only fall down 3 times in a round.
So, and it was like, he was always like this 170-pound guy fighting 230-pound guys. Like, well,
Yeah, well, why-
Why is he a heavyweight? Why is he
Right.
not in the?
And he would get rocked.
He's
like,
fighting
he
out
would
of
get hit
class.
so hard.
Great movie
Slow
line.
motion.
Congrats to Sylvester Stallone for writing the movie. And
How
the whole
about punching
nine,
the meat? That's the only part
Punching
I really
the meat,
remember.
baby. You got
I've
punched
only
the meat.
seen Rocky 1. I haven't seen any.
Well, you saw
any of the
enough.
other
You
shit.
saw too much.
Well, you know
Yeah.
what?
You got
I thought
that right.
it was really cool. They took an awesome twist when they made
Yeah,
one
I mean,
called.
it's good, though.
They made the one called Balboa. Did you ever see that one?
No. Oh yeah, I think.
And that one, he was like
Mr. T. Was
so that was the one where they reintroduced him. He was basically, his wife died, Adrian died, and he's still wandering in the streets of Philly. He's like
smoking crack.
No, he's like a retired guy. But he lives in the same.
His brain bruises healed up.
Missing Tommy Morrison.
And he runs into like one of the girls that was his son's friend, standing on the corner. Remember, on the corner? And that girl, and he's like, so he starts kind of like checking what she's up to, and she's got a kid, and she's a single mom, and he's trying to like
kind of come full circle.
Help her out. Yeah, well, he's trying to like give her advice, and the Rocky advice and shit, and it's it's a whole movie of like that. He has this one scene where he's
got a restaurant.
He picks up Paulie, and he's like, we're gonna go do the thing, and it's like every year they go and like go to her grave, and he talks about and he's rambling, and Paulie all of a sudden is like, I'm sick of hearing it. Every year you do this, you sit around and you feel sorry for yourself. Dude, it's so good. It's like real life, like he's coming to terms with like not being Rocky anymore, and like
I have to revisit that.
But like also Sylvester Stallone not being like, it's kind of like matches his.
Was that in between one of his expendable
but then he goes and fights the world champ.
Where did that fall in the linear at the timeline?
Did he in that?
He goes and fights the world champ in an exhibition.
I swear, like I really wanted to fight the whole time, and he ended up fighting the current champ.
And stuck with him for 10 rounds.
If I remember.
Yeah, that's funny. I don't remember the fight part of that movie because it
lost by split decision, and he got like a standing ovation.
Right. Rhino's got it under control over there.
Good job.
That motherfucker probably owns the DVD.
I've seen them all.
He watches.
He's seen them all. He says.
You know what I'm talking about? Balboa. It was a good movie, man. I liked it.
That and a bowl of hockey.
It was better than like. It was definitely better than Rocky. Rocky 5 was terrible with Tommy Morrison.
Oh, Tommy Guns.
Or was that 4?
No, 4 was with Drago. That was.
Oh, okay.
1 and 2 were both Apollo Creed. 3 was Mr. T. 4 was Drago.
That before
5 was Tommy Morrison.
Hulk Hogan.
And Hulk Hogan. Thunderlips.
And wait, there was somebody else. Somebody said somebody else was in that.
Thunderlips.
Somebody just said that there was somebody else in that. I feel like
I don't know.
Probably more. I can't remember now.
Hulk Hogan.
I'm not an aficionado of the Rocky franchise.
I hear you.
But I'm
a Rambo guy.
I was going to say,
part 5 was so depressing. It was like in the beginning they're in Rocky's mansion, and Paulie like signed a paper for the accountant and lost like all his hundreds of millions of dollars, and they had to move back on
the bicycle.
Back to like the.
I bet against you. He bet against him on the Drago fight.
Won.
That's what it was.
He bet the
Pete Rosed him.
Yeah, Paulie's gonna get the shit kicked out of him.
Yeah.
Poor Paulie.
He's dead now.
Poor Paulie. Don't ever name your kid Paulie.
Right.
So
Paulie's Boutique.
Remember in part 4 they got him a robot that talked like a chick.
Yeah, that's right. That made.
Right. Enough about Sylvester.
Yeah, let's move on. Let's talk about some more.
The son.
All right. Well, you know what, guys?
His real son in that movie committed suicide at
Who's
like
this?
30-some years old. Sebastian Stallone or something.
Oh, for real?
The little boy from those Rocky movies, yeah.
That was his son?
That was his real son. And the young one, the older ones, when he's an adult, that's not his son.
Okay, because it was post.
Yeah.
So his son, I didn't know that. Well, yeah, I'm not good talking on that, but yeah. I didn't know that. Okay, was, interesting.
So, guys, it wouldn't be a Sports Cop podcast without a little sports trivia, so
breaking stuff.
I hope you're ready.
Johnny, you ready?
Got some stumpers here.
Pay
tonight.
attention, Cam.
Yeah, Johnny, you like to fill in for me because I'm usually terrible at this part. I am not a statistician.
All right. Here's an easy one. How many games are played by each team during an NFL regular season?
18?
16.
No,
they play
incorrect.
16.
16 is correct.
Try giving you the answer.
Yeah.
In what year was the Nerf football created? 1968, 1972, 1976, or 1980?
72.
72 is correct. Another point.
Damn,
another
you
point
know a
for
lot
the
of
Wildcat.
stuff.
That was pretty good.
He knows Nerf.
All right, here's one for you. Which is the only team in NFL history to have scored 3 touchdowns in less than a minute? And not only once, but they did it twice.
It just happened, right?
It's got to be.
It happened in 2012 and 2014.
It's got to be a quarterback, running back team. Unbeatable.
Patriots.
The Patriots is correct. 3 points for the Wildcat.
Damn.
Good
Gino,
guess.
actually, you have a -1 since you said 18 games in the season.
Ooh. Yeah, you know. I saw 2 of them twice.
All right, what else we got here?
I don't know. This guy playing the guitar is fucking
rocking out, man. Tight.
How much did it cost advertisers to air a 30-second commercial during the 2019 Super Bowl?
The 5.2?
$3 million.
5.6 million?
Nah, it was lower than what Ann said, right?
No.
All right, then it's
6.
6. No,
Gino, I'll give you the closest. It was 5 million.
Oh, 5 million.
Point for Gino.
Back to 0.
The first Australian tennis player to win the Wimbledon Championship was known as
Australian.
Rod Laver? I can't say his name. Not him, though.
Everybody always only said his last name.
Let's go back to that advertising one.
The advertising one? Okay.
Yeah, so,
Thank you.
Shoot, I had a point,
That fucking
though.
music
Bring
is
it
killing
back.
me.
Bring it back.
Fuck so loud. My eardrum.
Go ahead, Ange.
What's your Super Bowl advertising?
Okay, so
cost? You got a
you're
question?
paying $5 million for a 30-second commercial.
Yeah.
I know where you're going with this.
Yeah. Well, no.
All right.
Now, if you're like hired, if you're the guy paying that,
Yep.
and your commercial bombs,
Yep.
dude, what happens?
You're fucking
Those
fired.
You show up missing. You show up missing.
You absolutely
Your commercial doesn't
fired.
bomb, though. It's on.
You show up missing is what happens.
No matter what, it's on there. It doesn't bomb. Everybody fucking
Okay.
saw it. Think about how many people just saw it, though.
Yeah.
You know
There
what I
was
mean?
a couple. There was 1 or 2 of them.
Do you ever watch a commercial,
Listen,
though?
I have to
and
agree
you're
with
like,
Ange on this one.
You ever watch a commercial and you really don't know what they were advertising? You
know
really
that-
can't
no,
remember. Whether or not you remember, like, oh, it was a great, this guy walked across the room and blah, 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 da, 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 da. And
Yeah, it's yada, yada, yada.
so, JB, that was for you, buddy.
Yeah, Jason.
So,
Shout out.
I don't know. I'm just saying, and you don't know. You're like, really, I don't know what
That's a
that
big
commercial was
gamble.
for. Yeah. It's happened before. I don't watch
Well,
a
it's
lot
like
of
a couple of them. There's
It's like
couple.
a big movie that they invest hundreds of millions and it flops, and it's like, well, what do we do?
Yeah,
now?
but
all the actors still got paid.
Yeah, but the movie and the commercial thing are different. When you're airing one during the Super Bowl, there's so many fucking people watching it.
Oh,
They're
yeah.
gonna see it.
And they're watching it for that reason. Like there's
They're
so many people
gonna see it. And if they don't want football, they watch for the commercial, like in the
exactly.
halftime
It's
show.
gonna be part
Like
of the
you're
subject.
gonna see it, and even if it's bad, you're gonna it's gonna get talked about how bad it was, and it's gonna get out. You know what I mean? It's like
And then
that,
you're gonna eventually be like, oh, that was
that it's that fucking
Reese's Pieces.
You know what I mean? Like
And you're like, I thought it was a.
Do you guys remember who the
about
first
boats
commercial was this year?
or some shit?
What?
What?
I don't remember who the first commercial of the Super Bowl was this year. Do you?
I wasn't watching commercials.
Which is a
wasn't
different
watching
cost than
Super
all the other
Bowls.
commercials. The first
Really?
commercial cost.
No, wait,
the
we
most.
do remember. I was at your house when it happened.
It
but
was
I
the
don't
know.
NFL
was it?
commercial where the kid
Wasn't the
ran
Brady
the whole
commercial, was it?
Where the
That wasn't considered a commercial. That was considered
Oh.
pre-intro to the first
all right.
commercial of the Super Bowl is like after the game actually starts,
Wasn't it like a?
and then the first commercial break.
was it your boy Jason Momba?
I feel like
Where he's
it
a
was-
skinny guy.
Oh yeah, he keeps peeling off the arms and
It's the only commercial I saw.
that one still runs a lot. I see.
I don't pay attention to the commercials. I guess.
Yeah, Rhino's
That's the
over
only
there
one I
hot on
saw.
the keyboard. Rhino's hot on the keyboards now, getting the stats.
Let's find out.
Ask Jeeves. What do we got, Johnny Camp? We got a call in. We got
You got a
comment?
question, John?
What's your boy Greg Robinson doing down there by the border?
Oh shit!
Which
156 pounds he had.
I
with
do
him.
remember now after
What?
reading it.
He was a second or third round pick in 2014. This motherfucker had 100. They got pulled over. Him and what was the other guy's name? Bray.
The other guy was a wide receiver.
His last name was Bray, I believe. Right?
He was receiving.
Two NFLers.
Two NFLers.
Mullen.
One of them was a
big
free agent. One of them was a
Trafficking.
restricted free agent. Played 12 or 14 games last year with Browns.
Don't
They-
pay enough.
They got fucking pulled over. Yeah, with 156 pounds they had in the back of that fucking car
Pounds
and
of what?
duffel bags. Weed.
Oh, weed.
Sorry, I didn't make it.
Still, man.
No. Though it's a federal case too.
What they claim the street value is?
It was in El Paso,
and it was they crossed the border with it.
Yeah.
So over
that has. It's a good chance.
They're probably calling it what, $250,000 to $500,000 worth, probably street value.
I don't know, but they got him with like intent to sell, intent to distribute.
Wait a minute.
Yeah. What? Texas,
That's
dude.
expensive.
Texas don't fuck around still.
Yeah, like 147 pounds.
Why are they?
That's like $6,000 a pound.
Oh, they just got pulled over, so maybe not.
147 pounds is what?
That's a lot of money.
157.
Well,
yeah. 157.
Jeez, what idiots.
Answer your question. ADT ran its first Super Bowl commercial. ADT Security.
Answer my question.
Security
answer your question.
Yeah, you're answering your own question.
Come on now.
To answer my own question.
To answer my own
question.
To
answer my question
ADT
online.
Security.
ADT. I feel secure about that.
Huh.
Yeah. All right. I'll give it to them. Sorry they spent all that money.
I didn't see that.
Yeah. See what I mean?
You guys heard this thing about some people don't have an inner monologue? Have you ever heard that before?
What the hell
Something
is
I've been
that?
hearing lately that it's
Like
actually
your
like
inner
a
voice?
real thing, like that there's actually people that don't have an inner monologue.
Meaning they just stare blank into space and don't think about anything? And
No, they must make decisions, but they're not based on anything that is like communication within their own head.
Interesting. So they're not having they're not doing analyzing things and thinking things through and a normal
I guess I don't know all the details.
Interesting.
About it.
You caught me off guard with that.
They
so
probably
I'm
live
just,
a hell of a fucking life too. They probably don't worry about shit. Fucking
No, they don't.
spin that.
probably just roll right through it.
Yeah.
Fucking.
But then you
They
wonder.
just roll right through it. No hands.
Yeah,
no hands.
You got me on now, so now you got me interested
Never
because I
a
didn't see that
fucking
coming.
care.
So,
Well, I just thought of it because Ryan answered his inner monologue openly
true, right? Good
out
point.
loud.
All
So
right,
then
I
it
see.
made me think of when I just was recently heard about that, and I was in it.
I never even heard a
well.
reference to that.
Right, and I'm like,
reference
huh? What do you mean? And then now you have to step outside of yourself, who does communicate. Me, I communicate with myself often.
In third person.
Yep. What would Gino do right now?
So what the fuck would?
So I don't know anybody like that, and I can't really, but I don't even know.
Yeah, so they don't have.
If you hang out at Burn Dairy long enough, you will find someone like that.
They just come up with an idea and go with it.
Yeah, that's interesting. It'd
No
be
pros
something-
and cons.
Right. Or then you got the other person that's probably
Yeah, right.
No pros and cons.
How can that be? Right? You'd think
I'd
how can
almost
that
say-
be?
Ballsy motherfuckers.
I'm the opposite of that. I'm like over analytical.
Right, you get a list
constantly
out.
like.
Well, there's 10 things.
Pepsi or Mountain Dew.
Yeah, there's 10 things
geez,
good
what-
and there's 8 bad. Let's go
Let's
with
see
good.
what time it is. Would I ever
it's
do that?
more like an Animal House. You got the devil on one shoulder, the angel on the other.
Yeah, and this is like none. They're just like,
Yep. Sounds good.
Is that what?
do you want pizza?
Yes.
That dude's reading ads. He goes, finds Fawn's roommate. Fuck.
Oh shit.
Oh boy.
Do I like pizza? I don't know.
Then you go to the other.
Do I want cheese? Do I want pepperoni?
Yeah.
Right.
Yes.
There's a lot going on in a
Can I get
person's brain.
pineapple on there?
But no, instead it's like,
Well, that goes to the other thing too is people not used to having to make decisions for themselves too, and like,
maybe. I guess I got to see who they are.
Never
Like,
was that. I guess
who are these people?
They can't
Is
be
it
too,
made up? Maybe
they can't
it's
be
not
too
even real.
independent.
It might be like.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah. It's a thing. It's a thing. It's a thing.
Yeah.
Probably pretty common here in Norwich.
I'll stay away from that one.
But yeah, so
Might be a little more complicated than you think.
so what? Are we getting? Are we getting the animal expert to show up tonight?
He said he's coming
He's
for the
coming for the late show. He'll be
Coming
on the
for the
Mang
late
and Neat
show.
show a
We-
little bit later.
We don't have enough viewers on our show to afford his
Ooh, animal
pay scale.
So for those of you out there listening, again, if you want to
No,
call
he's
in,
he's always on a late night schedule. He
Yeah.
usually comes
He's a
by.
fucking
Guys like him are in
10,
high
11
demand.
o'clock.
Yeah. Guys like him, always traveling, flying in late.
He tries to, he'll fit 20 hours of shit that he needs to do into fucking
15 hours.
10 hours.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
Last fucking minute fucking hustle man over there.
Yeah, trying to cram 15 pounds of shit in a 10-pound bag.
Yep.
Yeah.
Fucking gets
Speaking
messy.
of the animal expert, he's done some new murals over there at Peterson's Tavern in Binghamton, New York. Pretty popular place to eat.
Yeah, check that out on Facebook.
Yeah, if you get a chance,
awesome artwork.
Go to their Facebook page, Peterson's Tavern Facebook page. He did a pretty cool tribute, not only to Martin Luther King, but also to Kobe Bryant. Actually got some news coverage for his art. Pretty neat story. You can see
you
it
almost had to do a Ryan Newman one.
All on Peterson's Tavern's Facebook page out of Binghamton, New York. You know, guys, it's always important to take a minute on the show. It's always important to take a minute on the show and remind everybody where we are. We're in Norwich, New York at Sonic's Garden, and it's a great studio here in upstate New York. A lot of cool things. I wish you could see everything that I see. You know, there's a stage with...
And some of the stuff we see, I hope you
see. Yeah, maybe a little both. But it's just really worth pointing out here that Angelo Moriano runs a really cool business. A lot of things people can do if you have a band, you want to lay down some tracks, make an album. Anybody just like us can come on and have their own podcast show, their own radio show. The venue itself is available for private parties like weddings or raves or,
fucking rave.
Any kind of party, Just reach out to Angelo. And there's a lot of cool business share going on here.
Johnny's going to have a rave.
Sonic Gardens.
The Wildcat, you may not know this, but he owns Needs and Threads, and it's actually a printing company here located in a facility behind the studio, and it allows artists to do different things when they come in and record. They can get their promotional material, T-shirts, banners,
Gino,
all kind of cool stuff.
Tell us a little bit about that.
Well, hey, let Josh finish, but this is some of Josh's artwork right there.
Yes, and this is a really cool story here, that shirt that Gino is holding up.
We got some Ange work over here that he's wearing there. Some of Josh's fine handiwork. Get a close-up of that.
See that banner up there on the wall? That's
So
that's a custom job.
Between Ryan Warner and Josh, they got all your artistic needs you can ever imagine right there. That's
so tell us. So this shirt right here, I made Gino's daughter. Gino's daughter, she did the hand and the artwork and stuff because she goes around. Tell us about it. Yep. Tell us about what you guys been doing.
Hashtag the Good Juju Project. Juju. We sell items like this, like stickers. She has some Good Juju, hashtag Good Juju stickers. The Good Juju Project, everything she sells, the proceeds go towards giving back to the needy or the homeless. So we've done a few give backs. So each time we do like a round. So we'll do a round of stickers or a batch of shirts, and then once they sell out, then we take that portion, divvy it up, figure out where we're going to go and what we're going to do, and then we give back. So this time we're getting ready to do another third round. We'll probably do something local here in Norwich, or this Shenango County community, whether it's even at whether it's at a not-for-profit charity or just go do some random stuff, or if we actually do like a soup kitchen or a function, we may give back and donate some money at the same time. So there's a couple options we're kicking around of what we're going to do, but we're going to do it locally. In the past, we've done Detroit. She went to a homeless shelter there that was mothers and children.
Yeah, that's awesome.
And there was like 200 mothers and children there. And she donated like diapers, a few things like wet wipes, I believe, and a couple $100. I think it was like $300 as well.
That's
to
awesome.
that. Or then we did New York City, handed out some goodie bags that she made with a few things in there like sanitizers and a snack, and
you guys gave a couple like $5 gift cards to McDonald's and stuff, right?
Yeah, we didn't want to give any money because we know some people are there for bad decisions, but I'm not there to judge.
Right.
So
whatever you got to do.
It might not be the best reasons that they're there for, but everyone needs a hand once in a while, and it's a good project. She needed to understand. She was asking a lot of questions about
How old is she, Gino?
She's 7 now.
That's incredible.
Started about a year ago. We've done some traveling to some cities and where she's been exposed to the homeless and some of those situations where she asked a lot of questions. So instead of sheltering her, we kind of explained it to her, and then she asked more questions. And then the Bahamas had the hurricane, and that's when it kind of Haiti. Yeah, Haiti. And then so I explained to her,
Oh, Bahamas too.
Yeah,
Everybody's been hit.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
Yeah.
So it just explaining to her what
Puerto
homeless meant, because she didn't understand that tomorrow they're still going to be that way, the next day, the next day, the next way. And it wasn't like, okay, I'm done with this game, I'm going to go home and go to bed. Well, it doesn't end because you're tired of it. It ends when you either get help or have an opportunity. So that in a nutshell, hashtag the Good Juju Project. Check it out, like it on Instagram, and like I said, she's doing some more stuff. She does some posts. We help her along with it, of course, but we've taken money out of our own pocket to get it started, and
that's awesome,
we just keep giving back. And like Josh has helped us out a lot too with getting like the shirts done and the stickers, and
nice.
Like I said, we're gonna keep working on it and keep trying to do good stuff with it.
That's
nice,
awesome.
very good,
very cool. So hear that, guys? If you want to help a 7-year-old girl or help the homeless, go to Instagram. Help her help others. The Good Juju Project on Instagram.
Nice.
Hell yeah.
Very
man.
cool.
Check it out, Pastor.
She's doing great things, man. That's awesome.
Keep her.
So, guys, if you want to call in again, reminder 607-373-4328. We haven't had a caller yet tonight.
That's quiet on the lines tonight.
Yeah,
quiet on the lines.
That's different.
Got to send the operator.
Where is the phone? Is it dead?
No one brought it to me.
Oh, maybe it has.
I think our listeners are.
Yeah, maybe they have been calling. We just don't know.
Yeah, they're calling the wrong number again.
I think that we were getting a lot of callers. Yeah.
I think the lines are just jammed up is the problem. That's what it is. I think they just can't handle.
Just keep calling everybody if you want to get through.
If you can't, keep on trying.
I always look forward to hearing from Carl from Columbus.
And if you can't get through, just stop by.
Yeah.
Check the place out.
Where's the phone?
Johnny, you want to call
the charger?
It's in the back on the charger.
Right behind the MacBook. Probably.
Right next to the goddamn.
Like it's on the charger probably.
Close.
What else we got to plug? What else we got to talk about?
Well, actually, Gino, I wanted to point your business out a little bit too here, ESR Motorsports.
Yeah.
Business, baby.
Tell us a little bit about what you do up there on the hill.
Yeah, I during my day job is by day. This isn't my only job, folks. I actually have to work for a living. I know this is pretty lucrative, but back to I fix power sports machinery, ATVs, motorcycles, stuff like that. Lots of tires, tune-ups, services, the basic stuff like that. I do some sales, parts, accessories. Look me up, ESR Motorsports on Facebook.
You've got to be a pretty much a veteran at this point, because
I've been doing it a while. Been doing it a while, I mean, it's a small shop. I really haven't scaled it up, but I'm always got something to work on. Always busy, but
over 10 years you've been doing it, right?
Yeah, absolutely. And I did it before that. Before it was a full-time business, obviously.
Right.
What's your specialty thing you work on that you enjoy the most, anyway?
Well, I mean, I like doing the in and out service stuff. Getting to me. I mean, I can fix just about anything. We do even do some car work as well, and we can do full engine rebuilds, but kind of shying away from that. I really like to just get the machinery in and out, get the guys in and out. I'd rather service 10 customers than one customer having a big job. It just, to me, it's easier to call a customer and say, hey, it's say we did a tire and something else that's $100, and he's out in an hour and a half or whatever, and I got another guy in, and everyone's in and out, and everyone's kind of, I feel like I'm getting a lot of progress done, helping a lot of people, rather than the one job it's just taking forever.
Yeah, you've always got
it's $1,000, and we found another problem, and now we're up to $1,200, and and it just becomes this. You're married to the machine.
You've always gotten me in and out. Everything I've ever brought up there, my bikes, my dirt bikes, my four-wheeler, anything, man. Tire chains for my Harley, like you.
Yeah, I'd rather turn one big job away and lose a little money than turn 10 customers away that I could have got in and out in the same time frame, make 10 people happy, and the percentages go up all the way around. Everyone's in and out. I'm not calling guys with big-ass bills.
Yeah.
Like, hey man, it's $1,000. Jesus, I wasn't sure if it was even worth putting it in that vehicle.
Right.
And
I
try not
stressing
to do
out
that.
about calling somebody and saying you got it. All you need to do is get this. It's like, it adds up.
And I don't want it there a long time. The guy waiting on me. Right. So I'd much rather say, hey, it's there by the next day. If not by that afternoon, by the next day they're picking it up, or within that week even. If it's a service job, I could go through it. That's where I want to be anymore.
Makes sense.
Yeah. And that's where the money's
especially if you don't want to have a big shop with a bunch of
and that's where the money really is at. I mean, those big jobs will make you money, but you really need to have a person dedicated to that.
Yeah, and
that needs to be your sole priority.
And fully trustable, because then all of a sudden you run into other issues with all of a sudden you're like, oh man, it's
and then you got to make sure you price it right, man, because you can, you can
shoot yourself in the foot easy.
Yeah, because it sounds like, geez, $3,000 do this, but then you realize, holy shit, I had X amount of hours in it. Because, they say it's 5-6 hours to do a job, not to keep on a tangent here, but they don't talk about the time that it takes to take it apart, diagnose it, clean the edges, resurface things. Yep. All that's just taken for granted. It's like, I'm not just slapping it back together in your backyard. We can get it done in 4 hours. But if you're paying me to do a good job, it might take 10. But I can't charge you for every hour. So then I start cutting myself short. Or I estimate.
Yep.
Yeah, don't want to be there no more.
No, I understand, man.
So.
Yeah, so I think we probably can wrap this about up. You think?
Yeah, I think we've hit on anybody.
I think we're at because I think we were definitely at like our hour mark.
Yeah.
Commercials.
Yeah, I'm going to share this. I forgot to share it, actually. Sorry about that, but everyone listening, please, check me out on my Facebook page as well. And
You're
like
fucking
to share
slacking now, Gino. Yeah, fucking.
So everybody here. And then we got Ryan, too. Ryan's got his own DJ service.
He's the wedding singer.
Why don't you give everybody a little update
tell us
on
what
where
you do on your
This
side.
week really busy as well.
By
Way
liquor
too
salesman
busy.
by day, full court basket maker.
Well, I look
in the afternoon,
3/4 court.
3/4 court. And
Behind
I do run a couple DJ services.
Let me interrupt you for a
We rent
second.
photo booths, kind of.
That was not only a 3/4 court shot. That was that was behind the back.
So,
like,
hey, for anybody
you didn't
obviously
just throw
doesn't
it.
have any idea what we're talking about, Ryan is a master. I want to call him a master because
All
he
right.
does it enough.
The guru.
I like that
And
term.
he sinks them enough where he's pretty much 3/4. He's standing at the foul line opposite end of the court.
2 camera
Yes, correct.
angles.
And-
Backwards.
This is
and
after he
sinking
ran
a,
5 miles around the gym.
Someone was chasing him, but that's beyond the
Sinking
point.
a hoop backwards, and he's pretty good at it, man. He nails it.
He does. He
He does. He's like
We like
I
to
think
fuck
his
with him
odds
about
are
it.
better than most of the NBA's foul shot
Oh, boy.
percent.
Well, at least my own foul shot.
better than
shooting percentage.
Syracuse.
About 1 in 7, I average. 1 in 7.
Yeah,
1
you
to
doing that?
7.
1 in 7.
All right.
1 to 7. That's pretty damn good, dude. That's pretty damn
Call
good.
it 2 and 10.
What's that, like 12%?
10.
What is that?
12%.
13%?
Sometimes I make a couple in a row, but
In a row?
That's like
Yeah, I've
Shaq's
made
free,
a couple
free
two in a
throw
row before.
odds.
He's
I
got
know.
his. What I'm impressed about is he got his own ball guy there.
He's got his own
Bringing the ball.
special
Cameraman.
graphics.
own
Well, you have to
cameraman.
understand it's turned
CGI.
into quite something, man. Now when I
Own
start
special
grabbing that
effects
ball
guy.
and throwing some full court shots up, people start to gather. People volunteer
Start
to
to
be
question.
the ball guy. It's pretty.
Everybody leaves their
Quite
spot at
something.
work. They volunteer.
Start,
You do.
he's doing his brother's selling tickets.
Yeah. Your brother's
YMCA
down there.
YMCA
You got to pay extra. My brother's in here shooting fucking 3/4 court shots.
I thought about turning this into a fundraiser. You
You should.
You should.
do a
Raise
live
something.
event. I get 7 shots.
We'll all get down there and shoot one with you.
Yep.
We'll get
I
sponsors.
think you'd have to have it be a competition.
Well,
so
you
other
do. You
people
look
can
at sponsors. Like
participate.
when you're a little kid, you go around and
Sure.
get people to sign up
Ryan's
$5
like, only
for
me.
this.
Get the
Everybody
girls.
come down. I'm going to take 7 shots.
Yeah.
You're going to watch me.
That's it. Hang
No,
on.
it's like a fundraiser. So it'd be like MBT says, if you make one of those shots, we'll give you
For everyone-
$1,000
you're gonna
towards
do
cancer or whatever. It is.
So you're gonna do 100 throws, and out of every throw that goes in, you're gonna have a sponsor kick in X amount of
Yeah.
dollars.
You better pace
the
this
sponsors,
off.
one guy could be $1.
In theory,
one,
in
big company
theory-
could be $1,000.
Yeah, you get a sign sheet like when
yeah,
you're
yeah.
little and you do
You
the
pledge,
bike.
you
do
pledge.
the bike. Yes, you do the bike
pledge.
thing.
You pledge $1 for everyone he puts in.
The event will be live on Facebook.
Yeah. And
Telling
you say you're gonna do 100. I'm gonna
100
try-
shots
or you're
is a
gonna-
lot of fucking
or,
shots.
Or
Yeah.
Rhino, you throw for an hour. So like you take breaks.
That
That's harder
motherfucking
than
A.
it's-
Fucking A. He's gonna have
It
water
seems like-
break, shower break.
Lunch
Motherfucker
breaks.
needs a nap.
It's gonna be a 3-hour show.
Yeah.
Don't
It's
forget
gonna be a 3-hour show, but we're gonna do an hour.
Don't
of
forget a
throws.
snack.
3 showers or 3 shots, a 15-minute break, a snack, Get him back out there. Another 3 shots. We'll milk it up. Get some more. See, it depends. Like if
cheerleaders.
If he sinks 2 in a row, and you still got 80 more shots to go.
I would just like the audience to all be banging and clapping. We will rock you.
They might be banging, but I don't know about clapping.
You bring your equipment in. We'll play the song.
We want our money back.
Yeah.
Banging. Oh,
banging the doors down.
We're on some awesome ideas.
That's a lot of pressure, though. I don't know if we're on
with that
awesome
many people,
ideas. I don't know if I could do it.
Dan's heard banging and clapping, and he
hey, just don't wear any.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I'd own it. I'd come out and I'd be pumped, and I'd get the audience into it.
You got to wear NBA players' shorts
in the 80s. Full lap around the court, high five.
You got to wear the short shorts like in the 80s,
like Moon,
the Will Ferrell shorts.
Yeah, the Will Ferrell shorts.
Yes. Yeah. All right, what do you have for us?
Go ahead, Angie. You want to say something?
If you still have that ping pong table, maybe we can have it roll it down, and we can actually get into some. You can chat right now. Open challenge, if you don't mind.
Oh,
anybody that thinks they can take on Ryan, our main man, Revor, on the ping pong table.
I can't.
You bring it on.
U.S. citizen.
Because we will take you down.
Very seldom do.
And we will. We can have it live at Sonic Gardens.
Wait, someone beat you at.
I think the ping pong balls were deflated, but I mean, that's just. I don't know.
Oh,
I think we got to check them out.
Yeah.
These were college regulation, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Never been dipped in any solo cups before.
Somebody put styrofoam ping pong balls out there instead.
Yes, Nerf. That's right, Johnny.
1972.
No, I think. But look around, man. This is a great room. Or
I like the idea
with the lion.
I like the idea of an open challenge here on.
Well, because you can hold those multifaceted events that you can have the gig /
we got to get a dartboard
side shows. Yeah, we need some dartboards in
Johnny's
here.
I would like to bring the heavy bag in and have Gino do some little
some pre-fight analogy or some tips. I guess. Yeah,
that would be cool.
Maybe even the speed bag. Let him demonstrate the speed bag.
Johnny,
I tried to pump my speed bag.
So anybody out there that has any ideas or anything, you see that we come up with some wonderful ones right here.
We don't.
I really like the open.
Off the cuff every Thursday night.
I really do have a bit of a dream ambition of having an arm wrestling competition at Sonic Gardens.
Really? I like that.
And something about arm wrestling is interesting because all my life I grow up.
His favorite movie was
obviously
You're back to Sylvester Stallone.
But everybody, you know how many guys I've met that just say they can't be beat arm wrestling.
I
just want to get them all together. Me either, but I just want to get them all together and just.
Yeah, man.
I say we get 8 competitors.
We should have
3
these
rounds.
side shows on our show.
Quarterfinals, semifinals, and finals, and we even have a consolation.
I say, all right, how many? So
we have these side show bets.
We'll all get a competitor. We'll all pick somebody. We'll get a hold of them. We'll get them in here.
Yeah, we'll be their managers.
We'll be their managers. Guys. There's 6 of us when Ryan's here.
Right.
We'll get.
So let's put this out there now. Well, let's put this out there now.
Wait, what did you say?
All right.
So on our show,
we're going to do an arm wrestling competition locally in Norwich, New York. If you want to be a competitor, you call 607-373-4328 or reach out to Sonic Gardens on Facebook.
And if you get the answering machine, just leave the message.
Yeah, if you get the answering machine, we probably won't answer.
Arm wrestling.
I want to arm wrestle.
For real.
You tell us.
This is for real. We want 8 competitors live
we want people
on Sonic's
And
Corner.
if your buddy's not watching and you're watching, call up, give us his name and number. We'll call him up. We'll get him down here.
And if he doesn't do it, we'll keep harassing him until he does.
Yes.
4-3-2-8.
That's right. Hit him with the number.
607-373-4328, or you can message on Sonic Gardens Facebook page.
First caller will pick it up.
Yep, spread the word. We're going to do this live on our show.
We are going to do an arm wrestling competition.
Let's get it together.
And we are going to do a ping pong.
We need at
competition.
least 10 contestants.
Now that you got a name,
we need 8.
Eight. We're going to make a regulation table.
I guess we could have an alternate in case someone gets hurt.
Right.
When
weight classes. No weight classes.
Well, if you get hurt, you lose.
We're not going crazy.
No weight limit.
Right? Yep. You lose.
Single
elimination.
Single
you get
elimination.
Hurt during a match, you lose.
Single elimination.
One more thing before we close.
All right.
Grudge match is accepted.
So you got that monologue shit going on in your head,
I do.
right?
I like
yes,
it though.
That's
I like
good.
it, dude.
That's good.
I like it a lot.
So I watch YouTube. That's a big thing. A lot of things.
Yes, he does.
And I stumbled upon. I can't remember.
Send me some
I can't remember what they
fucked up
called the
videos.
fighting, but I've seen.
No,
so
not bad.
I saw
like,
one where they.
funny
I saw
shit.
one where they do a 5-on-5 UFC fight. Have you guys seen any of these?
No.
Oh, it's pretty bad because basically it's
bad.
It's like 1 against 1 until one guy gets submitted or knocked out. Then it's 2-on-1. Then that guy's out. Then it's 3-on-1, and it gets kind of crazy.
Holy shit!
Okay, so that was one version of it.
Do
and
they
it
do
was
some, like
whoa, man, it's pretty bad. They
double
do like,
fucking
They do
move-
like
do they-
gang like beat downs, like they're kicking like this stuff that you don't
like
see.
WWE shit.
Yeah.
And for little to no
Fucking-
money.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. And it's like Poland versus, freaking Russia or something.
The Poland.
And
That's
then
what happens when you don't have internet.
So I saw another one though, and this one was 4-on-4, but only. So this is it's a rectangled ring.
Ooh.
And the
fucking
and the 3 dudes that aren't fighting just stand at the end. The other 2 dudes go to the middle and they just start duking it out. They get pushed like to the ropes at the one end, and then everybody just gets out of the way. It's kind of weird, but they fight until somebody's out. Gets knocked out. And
There's no round.
Or they give up, and then it moves right on to the next fighter. So now a fresh fighter comes out and fights.
And it's
it's
real though. It's not.
Yeah,
it's
no,
not
this
staged.
is real UFC stuff. And there's champs, and they're like, they have a name for it.
They got
and,
that bare knuckle too.
Someone is
ring
gonna get
girls.
killed.
And, no, literally, the dude took on in the one I saw though. The main dude knocked out the first. Like 3 guys, but it lasted. Like he was beat up bad. The fresh guy would come out, he'd get him, and then all of a sudden, the guy would catch him. So then it's down to like 1 dude versus the 4 dudes. So he's got to beat all 4
immediately.
guys. Yes.
There ain't no one who can't go back to dressing room, get freshened up.
No freshening up. So it was interesting. It was
That was cool.
like I just thought
I'll watch that shit
because I've told you guys about all the different weird fighting. Like the definitely the most strange one I've ever seen was the sword fighting where they literally put on.
Holy shit! I gotta start watching his channels.
They put on the
send me some links, bro.
Sword fighting.
Johnny was there.
They put on the horse
links.
like
Who
the
was
stuff
the-
from the medieval
We're
days.
running late
with the-
tonight.
Oh, really?
Not only that, you know what
they come
We
out
still
with.
live? Keep us going, man. We're running
They
late
come
tonight.
out with these
Oh, we
giant,
are.
like seriously, dude, 2 hands to lift this sword, and they're full swinging at each
They're
other.
wearing armor and shit.
and they're
They'll
wearing
make
that
themselves.
chained armor,
Dude,
Not like in
I think
helmets.
I've seen
and
this.
It's like boom, dude gets like hit with this thing up against her, then a kick, and
Yeah, the
push the
weight
dude
of that
back.
sword hitting you is enough of a blow.
Yeah.
Not to mention it's got an edge on it.
And these guys got to go to work the next day. Like, I'm
Yeah.
an UPS driver.
For sure, dude.
Yeah.
Because the
I
guys.
stack shit in the back of a warehouse.
Yeah.
I'll
I'm a
send you
forklift
guys.
guy.
I'll send you guys a link on that
Dude,
one.
they
'cause
do.
It's good.
They do the same shit with Star Wars lightsabers. They have like competitions where people
right.
and they're like freaking flipping around like Darth Maul and swiping these things at each other like it's unbelievable. Tournaments, all kinds of crazy shit.
Yeah, man, there's some stuff out there if you're really bored, I guess.
Well, we can wrap it up here, guys. I'm going to give you 2 quick trivia questions before we get
Yeah,
into
trivia it up.
There ain't nothing like a quick trivia question.
No such
NBA
thing.
season. So we're going to give you 2.
All right, never mind. I'm out.
Johnny's used to playing with balls. He might know this answer.
You're dribbling a little bit over there.
Yeah,
We
Uncle-
almost got through a podcast.
Almost made it.
All right.
Almost.
There have
made
only
it.
been 5 quadruple doubles achieved in the NBA during the 20th century. Which player is responsible for 2 of them? Quadruple doubles, by the way, is double-digit points, rebounds, assists, and blocks.
Are you going to give us like
Michael Jordan.
Michael Jordan, LeBron James, Shaquille O'Neal, or Hakeem Olajuwon?
Elijah Wan?
Olajuwon.
I'm going to go with Elijah Wan. It's probably
that's
Jordan.
where I'm going.
It is Hakeem Olajuwon.
The way you put
29
it in there.
points, 18 rebounds, 10 assists, and 11 blocks in a game.
That's the only reason I went with him. Because I know he was a fucking
Give us some.
blocking machine.
All right. Last question. Which NBA player scored 71 points in a single game in 1994?
Johnson?
Larry Bird.
Not Larry
When you
Bird.
think of
It's got-
when you think of military, you'd think of this guy.
Fucking San Antonio Spurs.
That's correct, San Antonio.
David
Robinson.
Robinson.
Mr. Robinson.
David Robinson.
David Robinson.
Mr.
The
Robinson.
forgotten right
The
there.
Admiral. Was
The
it
Admiral. Correct.
Navy.
One last question,
In the
just because I
Navy.
like this one. This is a feat in its own right. Who was the first player in NBA history to play in over 1,000 consecutive games?
John Stockton?
No.
1,000?
1,000 consecutive games. First player ever to do it. He actually played in 1,192 games.
Are you going to give us a year? Like, not year, but it was at the 90s, the 2000s?
You'll never get it, so I'm just going to tell you.
No.
Okay. All right.
Give us a time period.
All right. The guy played 15-year career. His last name.
So bad.
No, give us what years? Like a time period.
Anybody out there comment before Rhino can give it away?
Was it 90s through the early 2000s?
What do you see your guess? Do you have a guess?
I don't.
You want a multiple choice?
I was going to say Bird, but it wouldn't make sense.
Yeah, go ahead with the multiple choice.
Choice me.
All right. Is it Steph Curry?
It's not.
Michael Jordan?
Nope.
AC Green? And Shaquille O'Neal?
AC Green.
I guess I'll go with.
Flipped out and went and played baseball. It has to be.
Go for the color green.
AC Green is correct.
Yeah.
That was a wild guess on my point. Uneducated, of course. Just like the rest of the show.
Well.
So we're wrapping it up here, guys, on Sonic's Corner. Thanks for joining us tonight.
For you.
If you stuck with us for the long haul, we appreciate it so much.
We made it once again.
We are the only UFC and sports podcasting team full of middle-aged guys that only know about half of what we're talking about. So thanks for listening. We'll see you next week.
We'll be back.
Sonic's Corner.
Sonic's Corner, baby.
Sonic's
Yeah.
Like and share, please.
Fucking like and share.
Yeah, please. Josh
Jesus.
gets upset if you don't.
Yeah. What the fuck?
Like and share.
Yeah.
Like-
share it.
Share it, baby. Sharon Peters. Signing out.
Shout out.
Peace.
That was a good one, guys.
More animal trivia this week. That's what we gotta start doing some odd shit like that. Arm wrestling and go line up a few people. For real, man. Get that out of here. Get it going.
We're going to Rita's and getting 8.